Morning, welcome to the beautiful southwest of France. Thought I'd give you a catch up on my solar panels. I've had my solar panels now up and running for a month or just over a month, and I've got some numbers so I can compare one whole month of not having solar panels and one whole month of having them on my wall. Just quickly, if you've been following along, I thought that wall faced west when I put those solar panels on it. Turns out, last week I happened to notice some aeroplanes doing all sorts of strange things, and I also noticed a couple of aeroplanes, one flying exactly from north to south and one flying from east to west. And then when I came out to actually see them in the sky, I realised that those solar panels actually now face southwest, not west. So around 4:30, actually I did take a little bit of video, about 4:30, 4:40, the shade from the corner of the house just starts to hit those solar panels, and by 5:30 those solar panels are not really doing anything at all. So, and you can actually watch the power, you know, on the app, you can actually watch the power go down by the second. So ideally they would not be on that wall, but this is a 300, really important to remember, this is a 300 euro project. You can always throw more money at these projects, but the actual return may not be that fantastic. I mean, I could spend hundreds of pounds on brackets and whatnot, and I'm thinking about building a gazebo, which I'll talk about in a second, but it all adds up to the cost, and it takes longer to get your money back from, you know, the power that you generate. So my original plan was to put one on that wall and one on that wall. I was told that that wouldn't work, but it probably would have done with the micro inverter that I've got. Not really sure what I'm going to do. This wall here does actually get sunshine for longer than that wall there. So again, this is a project. I've got a feeling solar panels or solar panel systems, if you've just got a couple of solar panels, I reckon they could drive you mad. I reckon it could be a really obsessive hobby, if that's the right word, or interest. I mean, if you've got solar panels on your roof, that's where they are. You can't really do much about it. But I've got a feeling if you've got panels that you can move around, I reckon you could spend a lot of time moving them around and being slightly OCD about, oh my God, the sun's shining and the panels are not doing anything. So you just have to kind of go, well, that's where they are. That's what they're going to do. So anyway, I took a meter reading, electricity meter reading, I think on the 18th or 19th of February, and then a month later, 18th, 19th of March, and a month later, 18th, 19th of April. So I've got the figures, and it's very difficult to save money. My electricity bill has been going down, my rate that I'm charged by my electricity company has been going down for the last 4 years, every year. And yeah, and this last month, halfway through me monitoring these numbers, the number went down again. It went down from 0.1463 cents per kilowatt hour to 0.1207, so about a 15% drop. So I'm now paying 12 cents per kilowatt hour. It's important also to add up all the fees and standing charges that are on my bill, which make up 50% of my bill. So my bill for April, up until the 19th of April, was 54 kilowatt hours less than the month before. So I haven't, this is very unscientific because obviously there's less days in February, isn't there? So maybe I've saved, well, the difference between February's bill or March's bill and April's bill is 10 euros. And if you take off the 3 days extra that you get in March compared to February, that's about €1. So I think they've saved me about 10 euros. So yeah, saving 10 euros is all well and good, but the sun shines a lot here. Obviously not so much in winter, but in the summer, and we're into summer now, even though it's April, it'll be summer until November. It'll feel like it anyway. yes, I've spent 300 euros and I've saved 10 euros in a month. So if I saved 10 euros in a month for 8 months, that's 80 euros. Probably not going to save anything during the winter, virtually nothing. 80 euros for a 300 euro system. So it's going to take a couple of years, a few years, in fact, to get my money back. So that begs the question, how much money do you spend on getting better performance out of the panels? So it's about 11 AM, just before, and the sun is not hitting the panels yet. The sun comes round and touches the panels at around about 1 o'clock. Yet this wall here is in sunshine. So this is when you go, oh my God, why didn't I put the panels on there? So yeah, that's what I could do. I could just put the panels on there. I think they'll fit. That roof line is a little bit lower than the roof line on the side of my little bathroom extension there. But that does look like a good option to do that. Now the other option is, because it's, as I say, it's just around about 11 o'clock. The top of the roof of the gazebo, just here, my little shelter, well, the sun's quite high this time of year, and the sun is hitting that. It's coming across the top of the barn. And if I had those panels, solar panels on that roof there, well, that would be getting the sun from, as I say, 10:30 in the morning till around, well, the sun sets over there in the west, the other side of those trees, and that's around about 8 o'clock. So I could get 9.5 hours of sunshine on the panels if I put them on that roof. Whereas at the moment, I'm getting around 3.5 hours. So there is much work to do, but you can't just go plonking solar panels on top of something. They need brackets and timber, and that would need strengthening and a lot of work and more investment. So as I say, this is a 300 euro system. Make it a 400 euro system, and then you're extending your period of, well, payback, aren't you? So it's a bit of a tricky one. So when I actually look at how much money I'm saving on my electricity bill, most of my bill, I'll go through my bill with you. At the top, you've got how much I pay every month, like a standing charge, and that's 14 €60. I haven't got that number written down for some reason. And then I've got two figures of 21.51 and 9.17. That's my consumption. So there's 30 euros of electricity used. And the reason there's two different numbers is because my rate, as I was just saying, my rate went down. Dogs escaped. My rate went down halfway through the month, or 2/3 of the way through the month. So my electricity consumption is only 30 euros. And my bill was 60, I didn't write that down either, 64. So yeah, I've got March's bill and April's bill there, and you can see there's a 10 euro difference. So very difficult to save money when most of the money that you're paying is like in fees and charges. So my yearly electricity bill is around about 900 euros. And as I say, at least 50% of that is fees, charges and taxes, you know? So anyway, it's tricky. I'm gonna monitor it and keep an eye on it. Be interesting to hear your feedback on it. But yeah, I don't particularly want to spend any more money on bracketry. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So I'd give you a little bit of a catch up as to what my solar panels are doing. I think the sensible thing to do, even though I now know that this wall faces southeast and not south, I think I'd probably still get a better benefit by moving the panels. I'd probably double my input if I put the panels there. Quite a lot of work to do that though, and as I say, I'm not really sure if they'll fit, so I'll have to do a bit of measuring up. But yeah, without spending lots of money on bracketry and supports and timber and maybe metals and fixings, I wanted this to be a cheap system. And if you think that costs 300 euros, yeah, how much money do you want to spend on saving 10% of your yearly consumption? So yeah, lots and lots of things to think about. Leave a comment, got some advice. Yes, I know I should have checked exactly what the southeast and southwest gubbins was going on before I did it. But I was just looking at the sun, and when I saw the aeroplanes, I was like, oh, that's not actually facing west. Anyway, lots of things going on. I've been very, very busy in the garden, very, very busy outside, but I just wanted to get this video made and uploaded. Still no news. It's Tuesday today. Still no news from Amazon regarding my return. It seems to have been lost in the post, and that could be a bit of a catastrophe. I'm not really sure what to do, so I'm waiting for a €650 refund from Amazon for their failure. Maybe that will change my mindset when it comes to spending money on fixings and these solar panels, but at the moment, until I get that money back, I'm not spending any more on this project. See you later.